You know, I try not to read the dirt sheets on the internet too much. I read Lords of Pain, and that's about it. So Dolph Ziggler's doing this shtick right now, where he's mocking all of the big stars of the past and their big giant entrances. Some of it works really well, and some of it's kind of weird. Like, it's really kind of weird to mock the entrance of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, because they really, towards the end, are just themselves. Not really characters. I mean, Hunter is known as Hunter now, not as Paul Levesque. And Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels. He hasn't gone by his real name in a long time either. And when your name's Mike Hickenbottom, you probably want to change it. But my problem with the Dolph Ziggler gimmick is two things. One, I know that his contract's running out. So wherever this is going, it's going to have a quick payoff where somebody comes out, beats the crap out of him, and it's over. And two, he's still using the name Dolph Ziggler. This is why creative drives me insane. So Nick Nemeth, who's Dolph Ziggler, it's his real name, Nick Nemeth. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Nemeth. And Nikki Bella calls him Nick on Total Bella, or Total Divas, now Total Bellas. She calls him Nick when in character he comes and tries to woo her back. Like, there's cameras around. There's no way that wasn't rigged and set up. Total Divas and Total Bellas is the most rigged setup reality show. Yeah, he's going to go and try to get Nikki back in front of a camera, knowing that John Cena is going to be watching this later. I'm sure that happened for real. Yeah. Anyways, that aside, we know his name isn't really Dolph. The first thing that Dolph should have done is what Dustin Rhodes did to the Goldust gimmick, and then what Goldust did to the Seven gimmick in WCW, which I realize that's Russo and I realize that's sacrilege, but stay with me. He should have come out to his music. He should have come to the ring in jeans and a t-shirt and a jacket. His hair tied back, if that's what he wants to do, whatever he wants to do, and said, "My real name is Nick Nemeth, not Dolph Ziggler. I am sick to death of the characters in this company. I'm a wrestler. I want to wrestle. And until I find somebody who wants to wrestle instead of this stupid sports entertainment crap they're cramming down your throat every week, I'm done." And he should have done some kind of a pipe bomb type thing. He could have called out something backstage. He could have said something about John Cena. He could have said something about Nikki Bella. Who knows? He could have said whatever. But at the end of it, he walks out. Gives the fans something to talk about. Gives us something to go, wait, did he quit? And then WWE stops having him on the road. Take him off the website. Just pull him out. Take him off completely. Dolph Ziggler is gone. A month later, two guys are fighting. It doesn't really matter who they are. Any two mid-card guys. Say maybe Shinsuke is on his way to the ring. Somebody jumps the barrier. Starts beating down Shinsuke. It's Dolph. He escapes through the crowd and disappears for another 2 weeks. He's still not on the WWE website. He's referred to as Nick Nemeth. Kayfabe on the website, the WWE could say, "We're pursuing charges against Nick Nemeth," use his real name, and say this is not acceptable. He is no longer an employee of WWE. We've decided to release him from the remainder of his contract. Shinsuke comes to the ring. "I want Nick Nemeth in this ring right now." And the best English he can speak. And people wondering, is this real? Nick does not come out when Shinsuke calls him out. Instead, Shane comes out with Daniel Bryan, and they say, "Look, he's not an employee here anymore. You can't fight him." 2 weeks later, Nick comes out, attacks Shinsuke again. Shane McMahon comes out during the beatdown, says, "All right, enough. Enough. What do you want?" Nick gives some kind of a demand along the lines of, This guy's got the spot that I should have. I'm just as talented as Shinsuke. I want him and I in a ring for a 30-minute Iron Man match. And Shane goes, fine. And then make that like the retirement match for Dolph. Do something like that, like, and make it that he goes out as himself. Make that the gimmick. What they're doing here is pointless, and they're doing it week after week after week, and it's like, why? You can get the fans talking so much more by not showing us Nick Nemeth. By talking about this from a reality standpoint, which they're trying to do with John Cena and Roman Reigns, and kind of failing, because they only go halfway. You can't turn the reality up halfway, you got to go the whole way with it, or it just falls flat. I remember when Matt Hardy attacked Edge. It felt real. Matt Hardy legit kicked the shit out of Edge. It felt real. And then WWE blew it. Within a month, Matt's back in the ring and he's jobbing. And they just blew it. That whole feud, they blew it. They just had Edge squash him. They could do so much more if they just stop trying to crank it up and say, okay, we got 3 weeks till the next pay-per-view. Got 3 weeks till the next pay-per-view. Stop. Slow some storylines down. Pull some guys out of the ring. Make the fans miss them. The biggest mistake they've made with John Cena and now Roman Reigns, we don't miss them. They're constantly in the ring. Hulk Hogan in the 80s, you didn't see him on the weekly show. He wouldn't show up between pay-per-views, which meant the fans got more excited when the pay-per-view would show up and his music would hit. Be like, holy crap, we haven't seen Hogan in months. They don't do that anymore. And that's why this gimmick that Dolph Ziggler's doing isn't working. It's not that he's mocking gimmicks and, oh, that's been done before. No, it hasn't. Mizdow was pretending to be The Miz. Charlie Haas was pretending to be Hulk Hogan. And they had the pretend Savage and all this pretend stuff, which was just stupid. And anybody looking could see it was stupid. What Dolph Ziggler's doing is partially a good idea, but they're doing it wrong. If he hates the gimmicks, the first thing he does is drop the stage name. The first thing he does is drop that stage name and say, my name is Nick Nemeth. I'm not a member of the Spirit Squad. I'm not a damn cheerleader, and I'm certainly not Dolph Ziggler. This was a name they gave me, and it sucks, and I hated it when they gave it to me. I hated to walk around backstage introducing myself and shaking hands with everybody. I hated dragging Vicky Guerrero around. I hated the fact that she's what made me champion. I hate the fact that I haven't had a long title reign, and I'm better than this. And then just go on this huge, long rant. About 5 minutes in the ring. Have him get dragged out by security. Have Shane come out and start yelling at him for exposing the business. Have some big, drawn-out... This is stupid. Because as soon as Dolph steps behind the stage and Triple H's music starts and they show Triple Z or DBZ or whatever on the screen, well, you've made a graphic for it. The audio guy knows what's coming. The entire backstage crew is all set up for it. It's staged. You can't have somebody doing something that looks like he's really angry at the company and stage the whole bloody thing. You can't. You just can't do that. It makes it look fake and stupid, and fans aren't that dumb. Some are, but not all. That's why it's not getting over. That's why it doesn't work, and that's why it looks stupid. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.